Hello everyone and welcome back. So recently I made a video where I got all 4 Vault of Glass chests solo, but I thought I'd make one where you didn't have to use a checkpoint. Now before we go through this is quite complicated and I don't recommend farming this, but this is just a proof of concept of how many chests you can get solo without using a checkpoint. So first of all, we're going to drive our Sparrow into the ground here. Into this little rock, we're going to jump and then dash to the left with our Sparrow. And we should phase through the floor if it's done correctly. Once we've done that, let's just go over to this rock here. Onto this ledge. I am commentating over this, by the way. This is not me speaking while playing. With this, I do understand that if you solo the entrance, you will get an extra chest. So if you'd like to do that, go ahead. However, I'm not here for chests. I'm kind of just here for the out of bounds, you know what I mean? We're going to eager edge into the void here, and it's going to put us into the next loading zone. If you don't die, that's fine. Just kill yourself once you enter the new load zone. I'm going to swap to a skimmer here. This is important if you're bad at the game, because people can use a Sparrow for the next part, but I'm going to use a skimmer because it makes it 100 times easier. I do recommend you do the same. That first chest over there is loaded in, however, there is an invisible barrier stopping us from getting it, unfortunately. That invisible barrier goes away if you do the entrance encounter. However, if you do that, then you won't be able to get to the second and, well, sorry, just the third chest, the Gorgon chest. If you want the Gorgon chest, you will have to follow what I do here, without doing the entrance. We're going to take our skimmer down to the Templar room and try not to get it broken. Before you hit the ground, you can do a dash with a skimmer or Sparrow to negate any fall damage. Jump down one more time, land on this platform, and we're just going to fly directly ahead of where I'm looking now to the far corner of the room. Just keep going, you will hit a turn back zone, but you should make it before you die. And there you go, land your Sparrow or skimmer onto that little platform there. Respawn, and let's go get the second chest. Second chest of the raid, first chest of the video. Jumping up. I look a little lost here. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Just come to the left here. Definitely wasn't my first time ever doing that. Come through this little, well, the exit, and we're just going to backtrack to the first chest / second chest. You can do this the other way around, where you get the chest and then bring the skimmer, but I like to do it this way because it seems faster. Getting the chest, we're just going to go back to the Templar room now. Back to our skimmer that we abandoned. Now I am using an eager edge sword. However, this probably can be done without one. Just, I don't see why you would. If you're going through this much trouble, I'm sure you have an eager edge sword. Jumping up to this platform, we're just going to shatter skate, or you can climb your way up to this platform here. Back to where we left our skimmer. Now, hopping on it, we're going to go back up into this little hole that's in the platform there. There's like a little gap at the back there, where Bungie just forgot to fill in. So you're just going to hop on the skimmer and you're just going to like wiggle your way in. Just backing up and then like maybe turn sideways, just wiggle your way in. You do need the skimmer, by the way. You cannot abandon the skimmer. So if it breaks, you're going to have to go back to the start and get a new one. So as you can see, just went through that hole there. Hopping back on the skimmer. Jumping down. I'm going to set my FPS to 30. It does make the next part a lot more consistent and easier. We're just going to ground floor breach, blah, 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 through the floor. We're going to basically park our skimmer as far into the wall as we can, holding left and then getting off the skimmer. This took me 8 minutes of recording. Obviously I cut it out, but if you don't get it first try, don't be surprised. Jumping onto this rock. I'm going to set my FPS back to 240 so you don't have to watch whatever that is, 30 FPS. Now let's just follow the rocks along in the little archway here from rock to rock, and then we're going to go down and around. Try not to fall into the void. Just on these rocks, and we're just gonna like kind of follow the floor with these I don't know how or why Bungie put these rocks here. It doesn't really make sense, but once we hit the loading zone, if you die, that's good. If you don't, just jump off the map when you hit the loading zone. I'm gonna swap to Void Hunter here for my invis because we are about to do the Gorgon maze. Now, before we get into that, when you go into the Gorgon maze using this, if a Gorgon spots you, it will wipe your team and it will send you back to the very start of the raid. So not the Gorgons, it won't send you back to the Gorgons, it will send you back to the very start. This is my third recording because of the other 2 times where, well, I just got reset. Now I'm going to speed this up because I feel like if you've made it this far, you probably know where the oracles are. However, if you don't, feel free to watch. You can take my route if you want. And while we do that, I just got to mention, I said it in the last video, but this raid is quite beautiful. There's something about Destiny 1 content that has a different sort of ambience to it. You know, you feel so underpowered in Destiny 1 content, I feel, that Destiny 2 doesn't really bring anymore. Because we feel so overpowered, but when I was playing this raid and just running around this maze, I feel scared for my life. Where in the new raids and dungeons, I don't really feel that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in a cave running away from these harpies that if they find me, it's over. And yeah, I don't know, Vault of Glass just has a nice ambience to it that I feel like any other raid doesn't really bring. Crota as well, kind of, but this one just feels like, I don't know, it doesn't feel too sci-fi. Anyway, we've shot 2 of the Oracle boxes, so we're just going to find the last one, which we could have shot at the start, but I suppose I wasn't really thinking. Shoot that one, and then the door will open. I'm going to invis back to the start, and then I'm going to take a hard right, because that's where our chest is going to be. Just through here. A Gorgon is probably going to come around, but I'm just going to invis past it, because too lazy, and invis is OP. Here's our second chest, or third chest of the raid, as you can see, red border shotgun. So yeah, pretty good. Now, if you're trying to get to the 4th chest, I don't know a way to do that, because there is a wall where the exit is, which from my understanding, only shows up when you come into the Gorgon maze without beating the previous encounters, which is pretty smart from Bungie. Some people say it's when you're also solo in there, but I'm not sure how true that is. If anyone knows a way to get past that wall, please tell me in the comments. Be much appreciated, because that would be allowing you to get the 4th chest as well, which would be pretty good. Actually make it kind of worth it. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you learned something, and I will see you in the next video.